Our next speaker is Dan Innis. He's a man that I'm hoping to soon host on the Adorable Radio Show so that I and my audience can learn more about him. What I know is he's kind of a business guy. He comes out of the University of New Hampshire Business School, and he's running on the Republican ticket for the 1st Congressional District seat. And so I'm pleased to introduce Dan Innis.
Looking forward to it as well. I'll be on the show. Good afternoon. It's great to be here to talk with you, and not all of you know me, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and my views, and I hope to have the opportunity to shake all of your hands. As was noted, I was affiliated with the University of New Hampshire, where I was the dean of the business school, and that makes all of you nervous. He was at UNH. But at UNH, I had a $30 million budget, and I always returned a surplus. I protected taxpayer dollars. We built a $50 million building with no new state money, no taxpayer money. We did it with private funds, again, protecting taxpayer dollars. I own a business in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 32-room hotel, and as Speaker O'Brien noted, we have a much higher business tax than we used to. The rooms and meals tax is higher. New Hampshire is not quite as business friendly on the tax front as it used to be, and we need to try to bring that back. I come from a humble background. My dad was a printer, my mother a secretary. I worked hard to get where I am and pursued the American dream. I have 3 kids, 23, 21, and 14, and I worked with young people for 23 years. And when they look at the world that we're leaving for them in America, they have some beliefs. They believe that the NSA is in their lives too much, and they're right. They believe the IRS is in their lives too much, and they're right. They believe that government spending is out of control, and that we don't seem to have the ability to stop it, and they're right. They believe that we can't solve these problems, and they're wrong, because we can if we send people to Washington who are not politicians, but are people from business and from regular lives like me, and we can turn this around. I know that we can. I believe that we need to reduce taxes. We need to flatten the tax code, reduce the corporate tax rate, and return competitiveness to our business community with less regulation and lower taxes. So I hope over the coming months you'll pay attention to my campaign, the things that I stand for. There is a budget and tax policy on my website. I encourage you to take a look at that as well. Carol Shea Porter, I might get some attention, is someone that's been in Washington, D.C. far too long. Carol likes your money. Carol Shea Porter wants to take your money. I want to stop Carol Shea Porter, the Democrat tax machine, and the Obama administration. Keep them from taking your money. Do I have time for a quick story, timekeeper? All right, one quick story. Pay attention to this one. You're going to like this. I paid taxes for 34 years. The IRS never bothered me. I declared I was running for Congress. I got the first letter I ever received from the IRS in the mail 2 weeks later, telling me that I owed them money from 2011. Got it to my accountant, found out I didn't owe them money. But you ask yourself, is it coincidence that a Republican declares he's running for Congress and suddenly the IRS takes an interest in what he's doing? I don't think that's a coincidence. Help me get to Washington, stop the IRS, stop the NSA, stop Carol Shea Porter, and stop President Obama.
Well, you know, Dan, you should try being a radio talk show host. They have now, on 3 occasions, told me I owe them money from 2008, which I have paid them twice. So, I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain.
Croc TV.